this letter in the mail. 8/20/2013 to the, quote, treasure hunters. This is a note of thanks which I want to extend to Marty Pratt and to all of you who also go out of your way to help others with your special talents. I'm a good friend of the late Larry Nobby. Just for your information for the guests that are here, Larry was a great member of this club, past president. He was a World War II veteran. Was he 88, Marty, when he passed? He was 88 years old when he passed. At 85 and 86 years old, he's still in the water at Sandy Point hunting, coin hunting at 85 and 86 years old.
Awesome.
He passed away early last year, I believe it was. 2 years now? So this guy got to know Larry Nobby. He says his daughter Jane was the connection. 18 years ago, Larry came down to my home and found property stakes for me. First time I met him. I thought of him when I, once again, needed to find a couple of corner markers. Jane, his daughter, gave me Marty's number, Marty Pratt, and he and Frank Kirkerly, were here just a couple of days later. Problem solved. Parentheses. Actually, I think Marty was having a bit of difficulty with the search until I told him of Larry's success 18 years ago. Then he wouldn't quit till they were found. I told you he threw you under the bus, Marty. So let me just say thanks and keep up all the good work. Don Watson of Easton. So, Marty, thank you for your finding it. It's very good. Frank, also, thank you for your time on that. And then Marty said 2 days later, after he was down, him and Frank were down trying to find the markers for this gentleman. He gets contacted by Marcellus in reference to something that he lost. So Marty's busy on the competition table, but I'm going to take him away from it and explain your side of the find here.
Well, he called, it was a Saturday, and most of y'all know on Saturdays, Sunday and Monday are the best days to go to Sandy Point, look for jewelry. He sent me a text, which I don't text, so, you know, my phone's doing weird things. Speaking of phones, when somebody goes off today, they're buying a chance. There you go. So I guess people be checking their phones.
You're right, I'm putting mine.
But, so one of the workers at the park, John Ferguson, called me, and was he using your phone, Marcellus? Or
His own phone.
He was using his own phone,
Yeah.
okay. And John played softball with me a lot of years, and I played golf with him, so he knew who right to call. And I told him, I just can't go down the next day, so I called Dennis, I called, where was Dennis, sorry, back there. I called Ron Quisenberry and Bob Newell, because all three of them have looked for jewelry for lost people before and have turned it in right away as soon as they found it. And I knew I could trust them, because that was the item. So Dennis was the only one that could make it on Sunday, and I had the benefit of a picture showing approximately where it was, because Marcellus's wife was on the beach, and he said almost straight out from her. And then, so Dennis was off a little bit to the right. When he called me back, said he tried and he tried. So Marcellus, Dennis, raise your hand.
Thank you, Dennis.
He did give a good, honest effort to find it.
Yeah.
He said the waves were beating him to death, but he was there trying. So he called me, said he couldn't find it. So the Monday morning, Bob Newell and I went down, and in 11 minutes we got it. So your directions were right on. So.
To both Dennis and Marty for finding it, and to the effort that was put out by Dennis, very good. This is what, and Rich and Ed and Andy from the other clubs, they can contest it. This is what the hobby's all about, is returning items for people that have been found. Like Frank Kirkerly, they had a big thing here at the American Legion. It was all-day bands. They must have had 10 or 12 bands here one day, and they had like a moon bounce, and a guy lost his wedding ring. Frank's out there before one of our hunts. He finds the wedding ring. I had the guy's name. We called him up. Frank returned it. It was a platinum ring, I think it was.
No.
Returned a platinum ring.
Titanium.
Titanium. Marcelo, did you need to stick around for a while? Did you want to go?
I just want to talk and tell my side.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, yes, I wanted to get your side of the story. He has a good side of the story about this, about the cross.
Cool. Hey, thank you guys, each and every one of you guys, for going out there and looking for items. I just want to take a quick second and thank God for all the glory goes to God with everything. I lost a friend this past weekend, and just makes you think, you know what, every second is a blessing. You know, call your family members, hug them. Thank you guys, big time. But again, my name is Marcellus. If you go to soulblock.com, that's my website. I've been blessed by God. He's opened up a lot of doors. Anybody ever heard of Nas? Guy in the back there smiling. Did you ever hear of Nas? MTV's called him one of the greatest rappers of all time. I think he got him at number 5. I opened up for him in November. I don't know, for being a short ball Caucasian rapper, I don't know why God keeps blessing me. But I have a song called Soulbrother. I wrote it about my best friend. You know, obviously you've heard the people say that, you know, sometimes, you know, blood's thicker than family, or, you know, anyway, my man Seth, no, I feel like God blessed us to be together at times, man. You know, when something goes bad and you need to make that call, he's always been there. And a few years ago, he got me this gold cross, and, you know, I don't take it off. You know, as you can see, I wear a lot of jewelry. Like my boss told me before, like, look, when you're out to making sales calls, don't wear so many rings. You know, people judge you on that. But, you know, my mom gave me this ring. You know, my wife gave me this ring, and obviously my wedding ring. I mean, it's part of me. So when I die, I want to have my stuff with me. But the song Soulbrother goes a little bit like, you know, no matter where you are, no matter what it is, I got you. No matter how far, no matter when it is, I got you. No matter where you are, no matter what it is, I got you. No matter how far, no matter what it is. A couple times in my life where I was down, hoping, pacing, my mind keeps racing. Guilt tasting for everything I'm facing. My mind plays the trick, then hits rewind. Every single time, blind to all them signs. Punch by punch, feeling blow for blow. Every single move play back in slow-mo. I'm stuck in a rut, what? I'm stuck in a rut, what? You give me the shred all that I dread. Get back what I bled in my heart, in my head. Can't change the past, but you can change fast. Make the change last, take off the strange mask. Live, I got more to give, never give up. Don't forget he will forgive. Now get up, no matter what I try. What I decide, I'm by your side. Soul brothers, that's why. So anyway, my man gave me this cross. I'm out in the water, Sandy Point Beach. Family, I got my son, DJ Chazzy Fizzle, on my back. You know, I'm with my little niece, Bella. And I hear this voice, Marcellus, Marcellus. And I look over, and here's a friend of mine I haven't seen for years. And we start talking, and my little niece, Bella, who's I think 8 at this point, says, hey, what's hanging out of your shirt? And here's my gold necklace hanging out of my shirt like this. And I'm like, oh my God, where is my cross? And I'm like, you know, I felt bad because I had to kind of cut off my conversation. I was getting down on my knees, and I started looking. I was about this far up, you know, and I took about an hour and a half. And I realized I could have kept driving like this and grabbing, but it was better for me to dive in the water and get myself flat, and I could get, you know, more space. I swear I took every inch that I possibly could have been at and looked at it. Like I was praying the whole time. Like, God, give me the strength. I'm not giving up. I'm not giving up. Not giving up. Well, it got to a point where I was hungry and I was exhausted. I got asthma. Like diving without my inhaler is not that good. So I said to the lifeguard, I was like, look, man, I lost something that means a lot to me. Lost a cross. And he says, you're never going to find that back. He goes, you know, it happens all the time. You're not getting it back. Went and got some food, and I hear my beautiful wife yelling, Marcellus, Marcellus. And I'm like, well, you know, what? She's like, talk to this guy. So I went over, and he's like, I know the guy you need to talk to. And I don't know if anybody's seen the movie Pulp Fiction.
Oh, yeah.
Well, there was a guy, Marcellus. Didn't look like me. Big black brother with a big X on his back. And Samuel L. Jackson was calling him, flipping out because they had like a dead body in the car.
Yep.
And he's like, yo, man, blah, 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 blah. And Marcellus is like, yo, chill out, man. He's like, well, he's like, yo, I called the wolf. And Samuel L. Jackson was like, you called the wolf? That's all you had to say? And that that's the wolf right there, man. I'm telling you, if there's anybody in the world that could find something, it was him. It was like military. I'm like, yo, hello, and he's like, approximately what time was it when you lost this cross? I said, about 2 o'clock. Why? He's like, well, that gives me an idea where the tag was. Gives me a lot better idea. And I mean, thank you so much. It is awesome, and I appreciate it. If you're ever looking for something and you find it, I encourage you to try to find the righteous owner, because it definitely makes a lot.
I hope everybody had a chance to come up and take a look at what Marty found for Marcellus. It's a beautiful piece. I mean, that's an absolute awesome piece.
Take it off when you go swimming.
He wanted to. We know how it is. Marty, I got to get a picture of you two together, giving it back to him or something. That's fine. Rhonda, go ahead and do what you got to do.
So did the chain break? Is that right?
I think it was just my son. It's never done that before, and it's still good. I haven't worn it since. It doesn't make any sense to wear it without the cross. But I'm gonna get it checked again. But I think it was just my son's foot, whatever.
I didn't look at it, but does it have a jump ring?
I like an extra.
Because usually the jump ring will separate, and that's how you lose them.
Yeah, that must have been it. But
You know, if your chain's okay.
They
then
can make
that's how
safety class for it.
Yeah.
I need that. But I thank you guys so much.
Marty,
Appreciate it.
Marty, of course, the way Marty is, and the way a lot of other people are, Marty says, no, I don't need a reward. So, out of graciousness, Marcellus has come here and bought 12 of our tickets, which is $100 worth. So, thank you for that. Here's your tickets. Stubs. Gotta get a picture of this.
Smile, Wolf.
That's why they get picked for jury duty yesterday.
No, let me tell you, you want to call him Wolf? I've got the perfect picture for calling Marty Wolf. That's unbelievable.
No, and I didn't bite his forehead either.
Yeah, that's another story. Marcellus, thanks for coming. You're welcome to stay. I know you're probably a busy man, but if you got to go, it's up to you. You're welcome to stay.
I really appreciate everybody, and like I said, I encourage you to, if you find something, if you can, find the righteous owner, that's awesome. And, if not,
try.
pocket it and enjoy it.
We do.
Just like, still the detector's side of me, I had to ask him when he was sitting there filming, I said, you don't wear all that rings when you go swimming, do you? You look at this one here, none of these have a name in them, so there is no way. I mean, it's very seldom that somebody say something to somebody at Sandy Point saying, I lost. Because most of them that do lose, Chesapeake Bay is awful big. The lifeguard in most cases, you're right, there's no way. But like I said, John, I know personally, and he knew that I go down there every now and then. So, and before we get real far off the subject, Ronnie got this at Betterton, and he's getting ready to return it. The lady put it in the paper, Kent County newspaper, that she had lost it. So he got it here to show. But like I said, that does happen. Sometimes you can find it.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you, guys.